Good morning, everybody. Can we begin to settle down for lead? Can we begin to have our seats for lead? Okay, and while we are doing that, can you just be an extension of my face and smile to somebody and say, Happy Easter, Happy Resurrection Morning, and also ask them, can I visit you after the service? What did they say? That means we're not building bridges well. We're not building bridges well at all. Okay, but I think PK is inviting some of us to his house. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lead. And our topic has been building bridges. So today, we're going to take the second part. The first part, we talked about the power of communication. The last Sunday, we had plenary session. We asked a lot of wonderful and interactive questions. So today, we're going to the second part, and by God's grace, next Sunday, we're going to have an interactive session. So, building bridges, part 2, the journey to building connections and healthy relationships. I want to first of all ask, has anybody benefited anything from our discussion so far on how to build bridges, how to make connections? Has anybody benefited anything? Have you learned anything at all? Just give me a thumbs up if that is a yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, thanks. All right, next slide. So our key text has been Genesis 2:18a, and it says, Then the Lord God said, It is not good for the man to be alone. And we said this doesn't only apply in the area of marriage, it also applies in the area of how we do life. That we should not do life alone. Next, please. All right. The objective of our discussion has been, 1, to foster unity. Is it good to foster unity? Yeah. Building relationships, enabling teamwork, and pulling down barriers. How many of us presently work in a team? Maybe in your office or in church? How many of us? Okay, good. So we agree that it's good to have good teamwork, right? Good. And pulling down barriers. Next. All right. So today we're going to be talking about nurturing relationships. Can you say it after me? Good. And that means actively caring for and supporting relationships. Actively caring for and supporting relationships. What this means is that, you see, relationships are very, very important. But to nurture that relationship, that's to make that relationship grow, you need to be deliberate about caring for that relationship. It's not something that you do passively. It's something that you need to dedicate time and energy to. You need to be deliberate about it. Let me ask a question. How many of us have been in this space before? All of a sudden, you see somebody that you think you should know, maybe a friend, an old friend, or old colleague, and you see that the person is doing very well to the extent that you would like that kind of person to assist you. But you now discover that maybe it's been a long time you guys had any discussion. Maybe you don't even have the person's phone number or something, and the person has drifted far away. But you had that desire that, this person is my friend, though. We used to be neighbors. How many of us have been in that space before? All right, good. So it only tells you that you need to be deliberate about these things. I had a senior pastor back then that was in an influential position, and a lot of people needed his goodwill. And one of the days he said to me, he said, if you want me to help you, or you want us to be close enough for me to assist you, it is your duty and your responsibility to build that relationship with me. You understand what you're saying? So connecting with him is your duty. As a pastor, he was always available. But how to build that bridge to him? He used to say that it's your duty. Don't think that I will just wake up one morning and I'll just look at your face and say, come and see me in the office and I'll give you a job. That you build that relationship. And when you have built it, then you can now withdraw from that account and say, I want to, based on what I have put in, I want to withdraw this request and so on. So then it will work for you. All right. Next slide. Okay. So this is a graphical illustration. And just to buttress what I'm talking about when you say building, nurturing relationships. The first figure on, is it your left? On the extreme there, on my left, I think it's your right. All right. What is it? Okay, sorry. Let's take it from the other side. On this side. Your left. What is it? A withered flower. Does it look nice? Good. What are the one at the other extreme? Beautiful. Good. So though it's clear from the graphic illustration, what do you think is the difference between both of them? Good. Good. Attention, gardening, care. The same thing happens when you see a woman and she's shriveled looking. She's looking dull. She's looking weak. She's looking tired. And you see another woman at the other extreme. When I mean woman, I'm talking about a married woman. You see another woman at the other extreme, looking vibrant, beautiful, sharp, shining. What do you think is the difference? Somebody said it's the husband. Exactly. Nurturing attention. That is why I had a discussion with some people some time ago, and I talked about the qualities of a husband. And I said there is the husband that they call the gardener husband. The gardener husband knows how to cultivate the wife so that at the end of the day, she ends up looking at this sunflower like that. How many of us are like the gardener husbands here? Let me just see you. Give me a high five. Aha, okay, you have them here. So, that wilted flower, what is lacking is attention, gardening, nurturing, sun, manure, water, somebody to look after it. And when that person does that, what do you have? You have this sunflower, beautiful. That's how relationships are. If you leave them to themselves, some relationships will just wither and they will die. And that is why you will now come 10 years' time and you see your classmates that used to sit side by side is now the governor. You say, I used to know this guy. I used to have his number. I used to. I give you a personal example. During the last election, one of the presidential candidates, very vocal guy, was my next door neighbor when we were growing up. In primary to secondary, then he left us in university. But we were next door neighbors. We used to do a lot of mischievous things together. We grew up together. We were so mischievous back then. But during the last election, he was a presidential candidate. So, assuming he won that election and he became the president of Nigeria, I would say, he used to be my neighbor. He used to. But during one of those, campaign moments, I think that was when I lost my mom. Then I reached out to him and I told him, I said, Auntie has passed away. And he said, so he came, we connected again and all that. Then I told him, I said, I'm following your campaign and I'm praying for you. Wisdom. Nurturing. That kind of thing. So that is how it is. And when you nurture the relationships, it becomes like that sunflower. All right, next slide. Good. All right. So briefly, we're going to talk about ingredients for a healthy relationship. What makes a relationship healthy? What are those things that you need to put into the relationship to prevent it from wilting like that flower and becoming like a sunflower? There are just a few of them, and I will discuss them. The first one is build trust. Somebody say build trust. And I wrote under there, trust is the foundation of every relationship. How many of you agree with me? Even in business, if there is no trust, you will not do business. There are some banks that they will tell you to put money in. You will think twice before you put your money there. Because the trust has been eroded. The same thing happens to relationships. Whether it's husband and wife, whether it's just friends, or whether it's even a team or colleagues, trust is key. Where trust is deficient, that relationship is going nowhere. For you to be able to ask someone to do something for you, there must first be an element of trust. You don't just withdraw a hefty request from another person, the person just gives you like that. You must have deposited something. And that is trust. And you don't get trust in a day or two. It takes time. Somebody say trust takes time. When you don't keep your appointments, you are eroding trust. When your yes is not your yes, your no is not your no, it's conditional. Today your yes may be yes, tomorrow your yes may be no, you are eroding trust. When you don't stand by your word, you are eroding trust. When you ask somebody, please give me this thing, I'll give you back tomorrow, and that tomorrow turns to next year, you are eroding trust. So for you to build any relationship that is worthwhile, there must be trust and credibility. There are some people who they tell you, even in church, and say, we're going to have a meeting tomorrow by 1 p.m. You come by 2 p.m. and they will tell you, I'm on my way. 2:30, I'm close by. How many of you have seen those kind of people? I'm on my way. You wait for them for 2-3 hours. I'm on my way. Till you get frustrated and you go. Tomorrow, that kind of person says, let's do a business transaction. Will you do? You know you won't, because trust has been eroded. When you work for a company and at the end of the month, it's time for you to get your paycheck, and they say, let's extend it a little bit. You have some issues, and it becomes a regular habit. What happens? Trust becomes eroded. The same thing happens when you have, even in a friendship. When you don't keep to your word, you erode trust. And you find out that in such situations, that relationship becomes lopsided. So trust is the foundation of every relationship. Even between husband and wife, trust is key. Because if your spouse does not trust you, then there is a problem. Do you know that there are some spouses that don't trust their spouse? Some wives don't trust their husband. Serious. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she said she called the husband. I said, where are you? So, I'm at work. Immediately, a dog started barking at the background. Oh. Is that at work? It's not a security man. It's not a security man. She was in the house now. She was in the house. He was at work. And the dog was barking behind. So she knew, of course, that he was not in the office. Just like the guy that wanted to do a skit. I said, I'm here in Manchester. Everything is so nice. One fowl just crossed at the back. All those native fowl just crossed at the back. And you say you're in Manchester with this kind of local fowl. Those things erode trust. Even some children do not trust their parents. Some children do not trust their parents because of what has happened. All right, next one. Be authentic. Be authentic. What does it mean to be authentic? Be real. People can spot a fake from afar. When you are fake, people can know. People just come to church, bless you, sir, bless you, sir. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you, ma, bless you, sir, bless you, sir. Everything they are there doing, they are in up to 10 different departments. They can deceive you, but some of us, they can't deceive us. Or you just need to look at that person very well, you know that this person is not real. This is scam. As soon as they get what they want, they are off. There was this guy that came to our church one day, he was everywhere. So he now told a family that his only problem was accommodation. So they took him in. I said, this guy is so hardworking, so diligent. No, how do you call it then? So zealous. Say zealous for the Lord. One day during first scarcity, the guy, he now became their driver. He now brought them to church. So there was first scarcity. So they said, go and buy fuel. Take the car keys, go and buy fuel, and come back to church. You know the story now. The next time they heard from this guy, he was somewhere around Benue State. He took that car, bought the fuel, and took off. Be authentic. Don't be a fake. Don't be who you are not just because you want to fit in. You want to find favor with people in church. You know that there are some big men in TICC MDs and everything. So you want to find favor with them. So when you come, you are zealous. You are everywhere so that they can see you. But that is not who you really are. In church, you are Brother J. But when you go out there, you are Guy J. J boy. When you are in church, you are falling demons. But when you are out there, you are falling a Gouda and a star and everything. Be authentic, be real. And it says there, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Tell your neighbor, be yourself. There's something about authentic people. They don't pretend. They don't pretend. They don't give people false hope. They don't overpromise. Once you see them, that's how they are. There's no, as they say, there's no part two. You see them in church, you see them at home, they are the same. They don't come with acquired accents. I just came from the United States. And they don't do all this. I'm going to Big Bow. I'm going to Rumukalak Bow. The title say Rumukalak Bow is 7,000, but Rumukalak Bow is 17 naira. Which one you choose? So I beg, carry me go Rumukalak Bow, I beg. You know, those kind of thing. You don't fake it. Be authentic. Be authentic. They say fake it. Don't go and borrow clothes to look good in church. And they say, this sister is always put together. You see, I have some jackets that I've worn for like 10 years now. If you like, complain. There's only this jacket you have. Say, hey, at least it's my own. I'm rocking it. And my money by them. So I can rock it today, rock it tomorrow. I don't owe you any apology because it's my own. But if I borrow it from Shuma, you will know. Because I'll wear it today, you won't see it again when next excuse me. It won't even be my size. You will know. So be authentic. Don't put up, false pretenses just to impress people. You will not become who you are not. You say, no, I don't know how to eat Eba. There was a day. See, this thing I was saying is very deep, but we don't have time. But I'll give you a personal example. There was a day I was still in university and I was coming home. I had not met Mo that time, so forgive me, please. So I was coming home and I was with this beautiful lady. We were in a taxi together. So I started to, build bridges. So we're living in GRA, but at that time things had changed for us. Things had gone south. Things were so difficult for us. So I was with this lady. We were talking. You live in? Yes, I live in GRA. My house is just down the road. Oh, that's your house. Okay. You're in? Yes, I'm in the University of Benin. I'm studying geology. Handsome guy. Yeah. The next, as we were going towards my house, she was saying, "Show me your house." My mom was outside. Things were so bad. She had started. We had a lot of fruits: pawpaw, plantain, banana. She put all of them in front of the house. Put a table. She was selling them just to make money. As we were going towards the house, I was on my phone there telling me, we live in GRA, my dad is this. As we just got close to my house, I saw my mom front there, she was selling this thing. She said, where's your house? I said, my house is further down the road. I said, my house is further down the road. I denied my own mother. Oh, God. It didn't just match. All the guy I've been doing, I'm not store, I said, this is my house. Who is that person? He said, it's my mom. It didn't match. I denied them. I looked straight, I said, my house is down the road. So please be authentic. When you are not authentic, you will start looking for lies to patch and patch and patch and patch. You say that car is your own. Somebody else will enter and drive. You say, the person is your driver. Those of you that go and post near G-Wagon, put in your Instagram, you say, chilling on Sunday with my guys. Near another person's G-Wagon, you go and put and take a picture and put it on your status. God will judge. All right. Show empathy. See, this is necessary for nurturing a relationship. Like I said, if you are not authentic, you can't make real friends because they will take you as the way you show them. But the day they find out who you really are, that relationship is gone. Show empathy. What is empathy? Understanding, seeing things from another person's lens. If you are blessed and you are wealthy, you have a good job, and you have a friend that is not yet there, the person is struggling, You should be able to see things from that person's point of view when you are relating. So don't go and start telling such a person how you went to UK for holiday, how you spent £1,000 to shop, and you know this guy doesn't have a job or he's still struggling. How would that person feel? There will be a distance. Probably that person has not even had the first meal of the day. You are telling the person how you spend £1,000 to buy a blazer, how you spend so amount of money to buy this and buy that and buy that. There are times you need to show empathy, see things from that person's point of view. Apostle Paul said, when I'm with the weak, I behave like the weak person. Not that I become weak, but I relate with them so that I can speak their language. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody is grieving, there's a way you speak to the person at that time. You know that this person just lost someone. So this person is grieving. So when you are talking to the person, you calm down, you mellow down, knowing that that person is feeling hot at that time. So you'll be speaking from that person's point of view, that I know things are difficult, but this is how I want you to do this is how I want you to do that. But you come from a point of empathy. So the person will say, oh, this person understands what I'm saying. Our politicians, people are dying left, right, and center. They will be junketing around the whole world, going for all kinds of conferences. They're not even aware that people are dying where they are. Somebody was saying the other day that a particular country, was it Bill Clinton? He went on a tour to Kenya or so, just because of a few people that died back in his country. He cut short that tour and went back to go and sympathize with those people, to show them that I'm with you. That is empathy. Not the one that people are dying. Our president will say, I'm not aware. I'm not aware. He will go, oh God. That is, do you understand what I'm talking? That's empathy. So if you want to build relationship with people, empathize with them. Bring yourself to their level and see things from their own perspective. And when you do that, you create understanding. That person will believe that, okay, you understand what I'm talking about because you are speaking the same language. There is nothing as difficult as talking to somebody and you are not on the same page. Either you are too high or you are too far, and the person will just feel that this person doesn't understand where I'm coming from. And such people, they will find it difficult to open up to you because they believe that you're not on the same page. You don't even understand their language. That's what they will feel. All right. The next one is respect boundaries. All right. What are boundaries? Let me give you a typical example. It says, in every community, people have their own what? Space and property. Most of us, where we live, I'm sure, not all of us, but most of us, we have at least a fence and a gate. Am I correct? Am I correct? No, I know there's people that live in open compounds, yeah. But some of us, either we grew up, we're living in places where they have a fence and a gate. What does that fence do? It prevents people that are outside from coming in. Unauthorized persons, it prevents them from coming in. And that gate is a barrier. It's a limit, it's a restriction. So you can't enter into that compound after a particular time without opening that gate or knocking on that gate and opening that gate. Anybody that climbs over that fence is an intruder. And if you do that, if there is a dog or a policeman behind, they will shoot you. Because there is a fence and there is a gate that tells you that these are your limits when you are coming to this compound. You can stand outside, but you can't enter without going through the gates. That is what gates do. And that's why he said everybody has his own space and property. Now, boundaries may not always be physical. Some are emotional. Boundaries. So they tell you the limits you must go with certain persons. And those limits are there to protect those people from being exploited or used by other people. So people have their boundaries. I have my boundaries. You have your boundaries. For instance, I'm close to Moses, I'm close to Ugo, but I don't just show up at Ugo's house by 12 midnight. I just bust in through the gate and say, Ugo, come open your kitchen. I have boundaries. I will call. But there are times where you have built familiarity to an extent where you take yourselves as brothers and you just play. But if that is not the case, you have boundaries. I say, bro, go. I'm coming to your house. There's an emergency. I'm on my way. You say, okay, I will stand at the gate. I will open the gate for you. Because there are boundaries. And even when I get to his house, I don't just say, oh, go, I beg. I'm going to sleep. I just enter his bedroom and go and lie down. You will say, I want to what now? How? Because I have boundaries. There are physical boundaries. You don't just, for instance, come. You don't just, please, ma. excuse me. You don't just come and you just see Mo. You say, Mo, I've not seen you for a long time. Wahala that day. Oba will hear this one. You just grab her like that. Somebody else's wife? No, now. There are boundaries. Even when you are hugging brother to sister, there are times at times when you are even dealing with somebody from the opposite sex, not every time that you must even shake the hand. In some cultures, you respect them and you greet them, hello, how are you? If the person extends a hand and you shake, not that you just shake the person, hey, how far, like that. No. No. At times when you are hugging, there's Christian hug, the one you do like this. So if you see Mo, give her a Christian hug. But this one, a full hug, no. You have to take permission from the husband. But you understand what I'm saying? There are boundaries in people's bodies. You give people their space and their time. There are times where if you want to call somebody, if you are colleagues after work hours, you are careful. You say, is it okay for me to call you? It's after work. Then the person says, no problem. But if the person doesn't pick, if you call somebody, the person doesn't pick the first time, the second time, leave the person. Everybody has the ability to call back. They're not calling back because they do not want to call back. Not because they don't know your number, they don't know how to dial their phone. They don't want to call. If they wanted to call, they will call you back. So if you call once, twice, the person doesn't pick, what do? Leave it. Rest. Not the one you call it. No, you must speak. No. But people have their boundaries. Maybe at that time they want to rest. They don't feel like taking calls. Nothing personal, but they don't just feel like taking calls. Or they don't want visitors at that time. There are specific days of the week I would rather not have visitors at that time. If somebody comes and knocks at the gate, I'm here or I'm at your gate. I used to hear that a lot. You say, I'm at your gate. You're at my gate doing what? Today is Easter. Someone just come. Husband, wife, all their children, grandchildren, they just go to your house. I'm at your gate. Maybe the person wants to rest. Has a long service, just wants to go home unwind with their family. You say, I'm at your gate. When you say I'm at your gate, the children are crying. So you know that I'm at your gate is a whole generation that is at your gate. Not if you don't have the food or you don't have the mind to visit them. But at that time, you just want to shut down. Not the time you want to join them to run around carrying children. This one, no. To respect people's boundaries. Somebody comes to church and they don't feel like talking to everybody. Give them space. If the person doesn't feel like talking, don't force them. Don't force your friendship on somebody. I must be your friend. No, we must be friends. I must play with you. I must sit with you. No, I must. It's not by force. You don't force friendship. You say hello, the person say hi. Leave it at that. Why don't you greet me? Why don't you ask me where I'm from? I'm always asking you where you're from. You have not asked me where I'm from. My local government, my father, my mother, you have not asked me. I'm always asking you. Leave the person. If they wanted to ask you, they will ask you. See, people are not as dumb as you think. If somebody wants something, they know how to get it. If I want something from you, I will come and meet you and say, sir, ma'am, my name is this. Please, what's your name? Can I have your number? So don't think that the person is suddenly dull when he comes and say, no, the person doesn't just want to. So give them their space. You send a text to somebody, the person doesn't respond till the next day. Let me leave the person. Maybe you didn't see my text. Come. You didn't see my text, Abi? You didn't see. Everybody has the ability to know when a text message has come and decide whether they want to respond or not. Some they will read and they will leave. Some they will not even open it. They will leave it for 2 days. You say, are you not with your phone? Did you not see? Are you telling me you didn't see the text message I sent to you? It is their prerogative whether to respond to you or not. But give people their space. Give them boundaries. Don't be in their face. Don't force yourself on people. Don't go where you are not welcome. They didn't give you an IV. They don't go to the party. That's my rule. You don't invite me, I don't come. You have a party, I'm not sure. I say, you didn't give me an IV, Abi. You didn't give me an IV, but I'm here. No. You didn't invite me. Good. Have a nice time. But I'm not coming. I counseled a couple. And before their wedding, I moved to another church. They didn't give me an invitation. I didn't go for the wedding. I wished them well. I prayed for them. I supported them for that wedding. I didn't go. And they said, you didn't show up for the wedding? I said, no, I was not invited. If you want me to come, you invite me. That's how it is. If they don't invite you, don't go. Stay in your house. Is it food you've not eaten before? Let's continue. Because they say now, there's an adage they say that if you go to a party you're not invited to, if you break plate, you will wash it. You will pay. You will pay by washing all the place. Because they didn't even invite you in the first place. What are you doing there? Invest time. To have healthy relationships, you must put in time. Lasting relationships take time. I have some friends that have been friends since when we were in primary school. The way we relate and the way I relate with you that I just knew last week is different. There are some things that I can swallow from such a person. Some amount of trust because we've been together since primary school. I have a friend who went to the same primary school, the same secondary school, went to the same university. So there are things that we can swallow, we can take between ourselves. And that's a healthy relationship. It takes time. It's like depositing in a bank. The more you deposit, the more you have to withdraw from. So when you have deposited over the years, the day you want to make a withdrawal, when you're making that withdrawal, it's huge. If I've known PK for maybe the last 20, 30 years, and we have been good friends, I can say, PK, please, give me the keys to your car. Let me just go down the road. He said, I know this guy now. We've known since for like past 30 years. It will be easy. But when JJC just come and say, PK, you're my pastor, please, can you give me? He will think twice. You want to ask somebody for a referral, and the person doesn't know you. You want him to sign shorty for you. It doesn't work like that. That withdrawal is too huge. You have not deposited much to demand that kind of withdrawal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you want to withdraw huge from somebody, make huge deposits, and it takes time. So if you want to have lasting relationships, invest time with those people, with that church, with that community, with that organization, so that you can draw the benefits from it. And the last one, forgive people. There is no way you will be in a relationship and there will not be offense. But learn to forgive. Some of you had best friends. One conflict, everything just scattered. And today, people don't see eye to eye. Learn to forgive. Tell your neighbor, learn to forgive. All right. Okay, let me just read that. It says to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that that prisoner was who? Was you. So when you are forgiving, you are also setting yourself free. Next slide. All right. Managing conflicts. There is no way you will have a relationship and you will not have conflicts. And what I mean by conflicts? Conflicts are those disagreements that come up in the course of a relationship. Between husband and wife, you have conflicts. True or false? Some disagreements. When I say conflict, it's not necessarily fight or war. Just difference in opinions. I feel we should go to the left. Say, no. I think for so and so reason we should go to the right. Say, no, left. Say, no, right. There's a conflict. So conflict is not necessarily bad because it helps you open up what's in your heart. It tells you what's in that person's mind. So don't always view conflict as something that is negative. It's a difference in opinion the person is expressing. And I said conflict is inevitable, but combat is what? Optional. We can't do without having different opinions. But whether we'll fight over it, that's the story. That's optional. We don't have to fight. We don't have to tear our shirt and insult each other because we have different opinions. So how do we manage conflicts in relationships? The first one is what? Analyze the problem. You see, a good example of conflict management is that between Abraham and Lot. Very simple. They left their hometown and they were going. As they were going along the line, their properties increased because God had blessed them. Their cattle, livestock, everything increased. So they had a lot of men servants, headsmen, and all that were helping them to tender their flock. So it got to a time that when they now settled, there was conflict between their let me use the word herdsmen. Men that tender to their livestock. If I say herdsmen now, some of you will be afraid. You'll be thinking of all those guys that kill people. Not necessarily. There was conflict because the place was too small. So I can imagine Abraham's herdsman will go with his cattle to drink water, and Lot will say, you guys stepped over my farm. You know, that kind of thing. So it's inevitable. So they now start and say, okay, what do we do? I say, you know what? To settle this matter, you choose one place. Me, I will choose one place. And the older one said, you choose first. And the younger one said, okay, I choose this. Okay, go. And when they left, did the conflict, was it settled or not? It was settled. Let's not talk about whether it's Gomorrah or whatever they do. But the thing is that it was settled because they chose. That's as simple as that. So how do you resolve conflicts? Analyze the problem. What is the issue really? Because some people, they just shout and shout and shout and shout and shout and shout. You have not said what the problem is. What is the problem? You saw that man during Christmas that was on that went viral. And he was cursing and swearing. When you listen to the video, you find that the reason why the man was doing that was because they stole his chicken. And they have been grooming that chicken. Not just for Christmas. Only since June, they have been feeding that chicken. And December, when he was to eat that chicken for Christmas, they stole it. So that's why he went viral. So analyze the problem. What is the problem? This one you are shouting, they stole chicken. Okay. So that is it. So you've analyzed the problem. At times, the problem is not really the problem. The problem is how we interpret the problem. Because when you get to the root of it, what really happened? He said, doesn't like my face anymore. Is it by force that he must like your face? He promised me that he will marry me. We've been together since I'll be cooking, cleaning, washing his clothes. And now he said he doesn't like my face anymore, that I'm not fine. That he will not marry again. Is that the problem? That he will not marry? Okay now. There's John chapter 1, there's John chapter 2. I mean, 1 John and 2 John. So if 1 John doesn't work, 2 John will work. So let's come, let's pray. No, is it more than that? What do you want to do now? You want to go and lie down in front of his house and be crying every day? You want to recruit your village people to be playing drum. You must marry her. You must marry her. Is that what you want to do? So you want to kill yourself. Why do you want to kill yourself? Came to church. I did not call marriage bans. The girl that have been paying her fees, buying clothes, eating my shawarma, they brought her one brother and they called her that they want to get married. I must kill myself. If you kill yourself, will you still marry her? No, will that solve the problem? No, what's the problem? She doesn't like you again. Hey, move on. Move on. See, some of our problems are not complex. Some problems, the best way to solve them is to do nothing. Just ignore it. Say they don't like your face, just ignore, let them go. Say they will not come to your house again, okay, fine. They say they don't like you, okay. They say you're not fine enough. Just let go and live your life. And you'll be surprised how simple life will be. You lost money, okay. Start to plan how to make money again. You shout from now till tomorrow, is that going to bring the money? No. Praise the Lord. So analyze the problem and to assess the situation. What's really going on? What's really going on? Is there danger? Is there threat to life? Assess it. Abraham and Lot didn't just say, we're quarreling, what's going on? No, what's the problem? Our livestock has increased. Okay, so what's happening? They are mixing together. So what do we do now? Let's separate. You go here, me, I go here. And that's it. Was the problem solved? Yes. Next one, please. No, the one under. Okay. Communicate effectively. So there's an issue. So what do we do? Communicate. There's a conflict. Communicate. Let's talk about it. Even between husband and wife, let's talk. I notice you're not talking to me anymore. I notice you don't cook food for me anymore. So what's the problem? Let's talk about it. But at times, some of our spouses, whether husband or wife, the way they communicate is by silent treatment. They're not just talking to you anymore. Honey, how are you? How's your day? Are you fine? Okay. How is everything? Fine. Are you okay? They're not saying anything. Silent treatment. When they just finish, they go into their room and they do their own thing. What's going on? That's the way they are telling you that something is wrong by silent treatment. So we need to communicate. Because your spouse is not a mind reader that will know what's in your mind. So talk. What is it? I don't like the way you treated me. Hey, now you are talking. Then you can now begin to iron out the issues. And while the person is talking, you listen actively. I don't like the way you did. Hey, what did I do? I asked you for money to buy Bone Street the other day. There's just 180,000. 500,000. So I've been corrected. It's 500,000. I said you buy Bone Street the other day. I said you buy 3. And you're just angry, you're just carrying face for me. So is that the problem? Yes, that's the problem. So is that why you're not talking to me? You are communicating, you're talking. Doesn't mean that the answer will be yes, so. But at least you know the root of the problem. So listen actively. And listening actively is asking questions. What's the problem? Okay, is that why you're carrying face? Okay. Then show empathy. Oh, okay, I know why you are sad. If I were in your shoes, I will feel that way. I'm sorry about that. I will think about it. That's empathy. Then the next one, what? Seek resolution. Okay, how do we solve this problem now? So, okay, where do we buy Bone Street? Can we find the one of 150? Okay. We can't find Brazilian hair. Can we find Kenyan hair? Let's brainstorm. It's okay, we can't find Kenyan hair. We can find Uganda hair. Okay, Uganda hair is cheaper. Okay, can we find maybe like a Igbo hair? That one like 75K. Can you manage that? Just brainstorming. It's okay, we can't find, but we can find the Aba own. Aba own is like 60K. Can we make do with that? You know, brainstorming. Then collaborate to make concession, compromise, win-win. So Abraham said, I'm the elder one. You choose. And I will choose. Choose where you say I will choose. That's concession. In vernacular, they say, I no gree, now they're waiting. You don't have to fight over everything. Somebody came to meet me one day. We went for field work somewhere. And before we leave the hotel, they usually give us packs of food for lunch. There's this supervisor I have. From time to time, he will also buy additional packs of food and just give it to his colleagues in the office. So this particular day, I took my pack of food I had eaten, and as everybody was about to leave, I was the last person. Somebody came with another set of food again, packs of food, and they said that the supervisor said we should give you. I said, I'm about to leave. What will I do with all this food? I said, okay, you know what? The vehicle is already here. You, come take. You, come take. You, take. By the time I went back to the hotel, somebody else came and said, did you get the pack of food they sent you? I said, yes. I said, where is it? I said, I've distributed it. I said, no, I was the one that gave you. I said they should tell you to keep it for me. That several people gave me money to buy that, you should keep it. I said, that's not what they told me. Hey, what would they tell me? Hey, I was just lamenting. I said, what is the problem? Okay, how much is this? Said, so if I give you 7,000, all this wailing will stop. Yeah, I said, okay, take 7,000. Is case closed? Say yes. Finish. Problem solved. Problem solved. So I don't agree. The tears. You don't need to tear yet. You say you will not marry me again. Okay, fine. What did I do? I don't like your face. You don't like my face. Okay, no problem. You go your way. Case closed. So collaborate. Make concessions. Take this, I take this. Is that okay? Everybody's fine and happy. We'll go our way. That's how it is. And I just put this last box there, conflict management skills. Address the issues promptly. If there are issues, address them now, as the rod is hot. Just strike it. Don't let it linger. Don't let people die first. Then stay calm. Because there's every tendency that you'll be stressed up and there'll be pressure. And when you are stressed up, you begin to say things that you shouldn't say. Then the last one, always prepare yourself to manage that conflict, because you are going to have to sit down, talk. So be prepared when you are discussing. All right. So let's go to the last slide. Good. Final takeaway. So still in the journey of nurturing relationships, there are some tips I just put there for us to take home. I said, show up for people. That means be present in times of sorrow and in times of celebration. Show up for people. You want to nurture a relationship, learn to show up. Learn to show up for people. If people are having a an event where they are celebrating, show up. If they are in sorrow, show up. If they have needs, show up. That's how to nurture relationships. You want this person to be your friend. You want to have a relationship with this person. Then you must learn to show up for him or her. That's how you can't be a good friend from afar. Learn to show up for people. Don't be an island. Don't just fold your hand and sit down in your own little corner. And at the end of the day, you'll be wondering why you and that person you are not close. No. You see, there are some aspects of an individual that you will never know until you ride in the same car with that person. Or until you go and visit that person. Or you are in a close space with that person. That's when they will tell you certain things. You don't get it on surface level. When you ride in the same car with someone, that's when they will start telling you their life's experiences. One thing will lead to another. You get to know that person more. There's a bond that forms. So when you go and visit somebody, maybe the person is having an occasion and you show up there, there is a closeness that your attitude has brought. How many of you agree with me? So you want to nurture a relationship with somebody, show up for that person. Be available. The next one, volunteer your service. Not only in church, but volunteer. You have certain skills that can be of benefit to people, volunteer it for free. That's how you foster relationships. In church here, it is when I became a volunteer that I began to have closer relationship with some people because we work together in teams. If I were not a volunteer, there's no way I will stand here and be talking to you. There is no, except I was coming from outside and they hired me. There is no way. Volunteering helps you to reach out to people and people see you for who you are, what you can do for them. And that's why I always advise people. It's not all about what you can get when we're talking about relationship, what you can get from this person. And that's why I say be authentic. Don't go forming a relationship with somebody because of what you will reap at the end of the day. That is transaction. That's business. You see that Ugo is a bank manager. Let me form a relationship with Ugo. Who knows? Maybe he can help me get a job in the bank. But when you go with the mindset that I may have something to give to him, then it becomes balanced. And that's part of serving people with your skills and your talents. There are some of you, you may not have as much money as you expect. But do you know that you have a lot that can help people? For instance, there's something I used to do back then. I would buy Guardian newspaper and bring it to church. And I would tell the pastor, I say, look, there's Guardian newspaper in church. For those people that are looking for job adverts, there is Guardian. I've helped people, haven't I? Some people will look there and they will get jobs. Or if I know that in this guy's company, they're looking for a secretary, I have that information. If I come here, I'll say, please, do you have any secretary around here? Say, yes, please, come. I will help you, connect you to this person. I've not spent money, but I've offered you help. And that's one way to be valuable in a relationship. You must know when they say, what are you bringing to the table? Try as much as possible to bring something to the table. Even if you are relating with somebody that is wealthier than yourself, always go with something. Don't just go with the mindset that I'm going to take from this person. Think of what you can add, what you can give to this, how you can help this person. It could be a skill. It could be knowledge. It could be experience. You could just help this person and say, hey, how you have a problem with so and so? Okay, I can help you. The other day I was talking to my rich friend, PK. He's my rich friend. I don't have money to give him. But I told him, I said, I'm in Benin. I'm in around the university area. He said, okay, I need my transcript. Can you help me with that? I said, I can help you. I have one lecturer friend that was in your department. I'll connect you to him so that he can help you with this and with that and with that. Did I give him money? No. I just knew that guy. I knew that guy could help him. And I said, connect with this guy. This guy will help you to get that thing. And if it works out, have I not added something to him? It doesn't have to be money. And how much did I spend in that? How much? So you need to approach relationship with that mindset that what can I give to this person? When you come to a place like the INNERCOURT church, the first thing that should be in your mind is that what can I give to this church, to this community? You're not going to be here forever. I hope you know that one. In 10 years' time, some of us will not be here. Some of you, they would have married you away. Some of you would have gone to Los Angeles. Some of you would have gone to San Francisco. I like that, amen. You may not be here. So while you are here, what can you give to this church that you show that you passed through this place? So they'll say, oh, when that guy was with us, this is what he did. He was the one that painted this place. Or he was the one that did this one. He was the one that did that one. That's because you have that giver's mindset. You are giving. And it doesn't have to be money. Is somebody hearing me? And I hope your mindset will change. All right. And the last one is, the third one is make people feel valued, treat people with respect, And be generous with appreciation. It's very simple. Treat people with respect and appreciate them. Always say thank you. And the last one, show genuine interest in people. If you are genuine, people will know. Be interested in people. Ask questions. Talk to them. Know them. Show interest. Be concerned about things that concern them. Seek how you can help them and how you can support them. And by so doing, you will be nurturing relationships. I will stop here for today. The next time we will see me will be during our plenary. But I hope somebody has learned something from this. I hope you have learned how to nurture relationships. Not the one that you see somebody that ought to be close to you. Tomorrow the person is the governor. You say, oh, I don't have the person's number. Always know how to keep those relationships because you never can tell where they can help you. And as you do that, the Lord bless you mightily in Jesus' name. Amen. So like I said, we are stopping for now here. Next time we'll be seeing, next Sunday, we'll be having a plenary session. So see you same time, same station next Sunday. God bless you.